Mr. President, I rise today to speak in opposition to the mass termination of veterans that is taking place all across our federal government. I was proud to serve more than a decade in the U.S. Navy Reserve, where I rose to the rank of lieutenant commander. And during this time, I had the absolute privilege to work with some of the most patriotic, hardworking, and inspiring individuals that I have ever met. I know firsthand that veterans are a vital source of talent to our workforce. So let's just think for a moment. Let's just think about the qualities that make a valuable employee. Leadership, work ethic, problem-solving abilities, and of course, integrity. These are not just abstract qualities. They are tangible assets that veterans bring to our businesses, our communities, and to our government. They are qualities that drive innovation. They boost productivity and foster a culture of excellence. Employing our nation's veterans when they transition to civilian life is not just a responsibility, it is a smart business decision. And that's why the federal government has long taken advantage of this absolutely remarkable talent pool. Veterans now make up roughly 30% of our federal workforce, or more than 640,000 veterans in the civil service. And I rise today to express my absolute outrage over the indiscriminate firings of nearly 6,000 of these veterans, from the VA to the Defense Department to the Treasury Department. At the VA, where veterans' input is particularly critical to shaping policies that support our nation's robust veteran population, Elon Musk and Doge have fired more than 600 veteran employees. They are part of more than 2,400 individuals fired all across the VA. I've heard from numerous veterans and VA workers in Michigan who are absolutely devastated and confused by why this administration would turn their back on them like this. My staff met with a veteran who has worked for the VA in Michigan for nearly 30 years. Last year, he was moved to a new role within the VA and was promoted to supervisor shortly thereafter. And no surprise, because he had never received less than an excellent performance review over 30 years. But because they were relatively new to that specific role, he was swept up in the widespread firings both within the VA and across government of all probationary employees. They were one of many veterans fired abruptly, without cause, without reason. In another case, a veteran with 8 years of active duty service in the Air Force was fired from the VA in Michigan after receiving an outstanding performance review. His probationary period was set to expire last week, just 12 days after he was let go. These cuts, Mr. President, are not based on fact. They're not based on logic. They are just cruel. And our country will not be better off. And as a result of these mass layoffs, Americans can expect longer wait times to receive important documents like passports and Social Security benefits, fewer food safety inspections, and higher risk during air travel. These are Americans who put their lives on the line to defend this country. They took up a job to continue to serve the people of this country. They represent the very best of our nation, and we need them in our federal workforce. And I'm calling today on the administration to reinstate these veteran employees immediately.